Curtis Branch, joined alongside my broadcast partner, Deanna Amati. We get commonly referred to as Team Ray-Ban with the sunglasses on going into pregame, but we're excited to be here in McALESTER tonight. We get to see the number 2 ranked team in Class 5A, the McALESTER Buffaloes, Mennonite team from the state championship game last season. A lot of optimism with them, and coming in is the SALLISAW Black Diamonds, really strong 4A team, playoff contender for this season. A good matchup tonight. What do you think, Dion?
Well, first off, both these teams look fantastic. I mean, we watched them during the pregame. Both these uniforms, we don't do this very much, and we don't do it too often, but, hey, swag is in a surplus on this field. The Nike uniforms over here for SALLISAW.
Absolutely.
The Adidas uniforms, which I'm not a big fan of, but they look fantastic over here for McALESTER. And these guys, they look ready to go.
Yeah, both teams got a lot of athletes. We'll talk about players here in a second. We'll come back to you and give you keys to the game here in a few minutes. We're going to take a quick break and then come back and we'll do some coaches interview from well, we will not take a break here right now. We're going to go to the coach's interview with Coach Mazey from McALESTER here in just a second.
Just the weekly grind. We talk about the grind, what it takes to get better. It takes what it takes, and there's no shortcuts, and there's no easy way about it. It's just getting out and getting to work.
We'll talk about
the best perfect reps you can get. For us in the preseason, it's do us, to get better for us. We got to make ourselves better. Obviously, we have a good game plan and things like that, but we've got to eliminate mistakes, eliminate turnovers, be positive in the turnover margin again, and try to be flawless. After you get an opening win, the way we did down at Broken Bow in week 0 it was a good win, and we've got a long way to go if we want to be where we want to be in December. So the morale's good. Sometimes we worry a little bit about COVID and coming back up, sneaking back in, and so we're trying to prolong, that portion of it and keep it away at bay as best we can. But we can only just take care of us and move day to day. Just the expectation. I think that's the number one is what do you expect, and we. Us being 19 seconds away from the state championship game last year was an eye-opener for us. It stung a little bit, and we want to be sitting in that same seat with that same opportunity come late November. Man, the Scavo kid's really an athlete for them. He's I want to say he's number 10, I believe. I just know his name's Scavo. He runs around a lot, makes a lot of plays, and so for us, we're gonna have to stop him. And they got that big H-back tight end, DN kid, number 40, is a stud too. So those are the two guys that I know in my mind that I've looked at on film that I think are really good playmakers for them. So we've got to do a good job of neutralizing those two. I think Eric McCarty's obviously one of them. I mean, he's a big-time prospect. Dakota Moten, Trent Boatwright, Kel Prather, Killian Barnes. There's so many. We got so many weapons right now. We're fortunate, and as long as they're healthy, we'll have an opportunity to be pretty good. Man, first time we've got full capacity in the stadium, in a year. Pack it, have fun, pack the stands, enjoy it. Just to watch the kids grow. I love seeing where when I took it 2 years ago to now, and their expectation when they hit the field compared to the expectation when I first watched them hit the field when I took the job. It's the growth has been tremendous. Their mindset has been phenomenal, and just watching that difference from then to now is tenfold different. Because you never know when that stops. With the way COVID is. So enjoy it while it's here, and pack the stadium and enjoy some great football.
Welcome back to McALESTER as we begin our pregame activities here with Bravado Wireless Friday Night Lights, Game of the Week. You just heard from Coach Forrest Mazey of McALESTER, who in his 3rd season, he's a guy that those guys want to play for. He's got a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm about the game and about life.
Yeah, he certainly does. I mean, you saw him. We got a chance to talk to him before the game and before the pregame got started, and he is energized. You can tell he's one of those coaches that the team kind of feeds off him. They have his mentality going, and it's going to be interesting to see what the product that they put put out on the field as we got a chance to meet the head ball coach and the head of the program here at McALESTER.
Yeah, I wanted to run sprints for him. He told me not to get on the field, so good for me and my hamstrings. But we're going to take a quick break right here, do some messages here from Bravado Wireless, and we're going to come back and talk about some key players to look for in this ball game. We got a lot of them, a lot of great players. We'll talk about them, and we'll come back and give you Deion's keys to the game, and we'll kick this thing off. So we'll come back to you here in just a minute from Bravado Wireless.
From nationwide coverage to live high school sports to the great outdoors and so much more, we've got something for you. We're a local wireless carrier right here in Oklahoma. We work for your town, in your town. But great cell phone signal in rural areas is just scratching the surface. We also broadcast live events from all over eastern Oklahoma. High school football, basketball, baseball, dirt track races, livestock shows, and community events. Everything to keep you connected in your community. We're also producing original shows like Connect Outdoors and Cooking Wild that shines a light on real Oklahoman experiences. You can find us at bravadowireless.com, or you can search for us on Facebook or YouTube. You can even find us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. You can download their app straight to your phone, Apple TV, Smart TV, or Roku. We don't just create for Oklahoma, we are Oklahoma. We're Bravado Wireless, Oklahoma's service provider.
Welcome back to McALESTER, Oklahoma. I'm Curtis Branch, joined alongside Deion Amati, and we're here with Bravado Wireless to bring you the Friday Night Lights Game of the Week. We're excited to be here at McALESTER. Watch second-rate Buffaloes open up their home season with the matchup against SALLISAW. Last week, McALESTER was on the road in the Week 0 matchup at Broken Bow. They won 39-7. First-team defense pitched a shutout that Coach Mazey reminded us of. And SALLISAW was at Stigler. Lost a tough ball game, 26-19, after leading 16-7 early in that ball game. They just kind of, Coach Lowe said they just kind of took their foot off the gas. And so one of the things you see in football, and one of the things we'll talk about here is, the most improvement that you see in a team is usually from Week 1 to Week 2 in the action. So what do you think we'll see tonight, Deion?
Well, I think you're going to see a lot more of what you saw last week from McALESTER. I mean, they got off to a very good start. Defense pitching out a shutout, although, like Coach reminded us, they were able to score on them when they were putting in some reserve players and getting some guys some experience late into the game. But you're going to see some toughness on that McALESTER defensive side. They're going to try to pitch another shutout here in this game, and you're going to see that rushing attack. It's very, very interesting. We got one of the top players in all of Oklahoma, Eric McCarty, out here tonight. It's going to be very, very thrilling for us to see him and what he can produce on the field.
Absolutely. And well, let's talk about key players first. Let's talk about SALLISAW's guys. Offensively, who do we want to focus on from SALLISAW tonight?
Well, for SALLISAW, it's got to start with their quarterback. Okay, number 8, Brock Strine. He is a player that is a dual threat guy. All right, he's a big time baseball player in this part of the country, and one of the guys that you got to look at to put the ball and stretch the field over there for SALLISAW. The Black Diamonds have to go with him, and that arm's got to carry them a lot of ways. Another player you got to look at is number 3, Cole Stevens. He is a dominant player for them, a sophomore that's a speedster that they got to look to use in the run game and in the passing game as well. And then also their wide receiver, Riley Scove. He is a good athlete, also another wide receiver that they're going to look to get the ball to. And then you can't forget about their guy on both sides of the ball, is number 40, Ty McHenry. Ty McHenry is a big physical tight end on offense. He's got one of the guys that's going to be a possession type receiver that you got to look to get to the football.
Right. So Scavo was their leading receiver last season, had 40 receptions for 675 yards and 6 touchdowns. McHenry averaged 12 yards a catch last season. Cole Stevens is a sophomore running back, didn't get a lot of action last week, but he's somebody that Coach Mazey pointed out in our conversation with him this week that you got to watch out for. He's a guy that can make you miss in the backfield. His job is to find an opening, make the next guy miss, and then get to the next level. And so if he can do that, they're going to have a great chance tonight.
Yeah, it certainly will.
What about defensively for the Black Diamonds?
Well, for the Black Diamonds, it starts with the person I just ended offensively with, Ty McHenry. He is a solid defensive end for these guys. Big, 6'4", 255-pound guy, sets the edge and applies the pressure for the Black Diamonds. And then you got to finish off with their safety, Kilpatrick. He plays the safety position. Nothing can get behind him tonight. He's got a tall task ahead of him, especially with the athletes that you see over there for the Buffaloes. But he's got to answer the call. And if he can do that, they might have a really good chance of getting a victory here tonight.
Absolutely. You're going to probably see SALLISAW look to load the box here against McALESTER in the run game, try to slow down McCarty. They're going to use a 50 front, commonly known as a 3-4, but they're going to walk up the outside linebackers. Look for them to pressure the ball early, try to get in the face of the quarterback from McALESTER and create some turnovers. He kind of pointed out to three things for us. He said three things for them that they always look at is to win the explosive play battle, to win the turnover battle, and to be the most excited team. And Coach Lowe said they're the most excited team in the first quarter last week. They got to be the most excited team in 4 quarters this week.
Yeah, it's going to be unfortunate if they, come out and do the same thing that they did last week. Last week they had a big lead, and they looked like a team that was ready to take this season by storm, then laid an egg in the later parts of the first half and then the rest of the second, allowing the team that they were going against last week to come back on them and take the lead and win the ball game. They cannot have the same thing happen this week. It's going to be very difficult to overcome if they allow that to happen, but it can't be a trend. They got to fight, and they got to fight hard.
Yeah, one other thing to think about with both these teams, they're very similar offensively. They're going to spread you out to be multiple formations, multiple personnel groupings. Both coaches talk about the playing with pace, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But the ability for SALLISAW to do that and dictate pace will be a really interesting part of this game. When we think about key players, probably the most prominent player in this ball game is Eric McCarty, a 6'2", 210-pound junior out of McALESTER. He wears number 5, got the long blonde locks hanging out of the back of the helmet, and I wonder if his name's not Sunshine, and if it's not, apologies to me, but looks like a good fit. But what can you tell me about McCarty?
McCarty is an athlete, point blank and period. I asked the head coach for SALLISAW, what are your plans defensively? It's tackle number 5. That's point blank period what he said. Find a way to get number 5 on the ground. Last week he rushed for 190 yards in the first game of the season, already off to a stellar start. Look to see if he can continue on that trend here this evening.
Yeah, and he's probably the guy you haven't heard a lot about of. He's probably a 2 or 3 star kid right now, but he has offers from Notre Dame, Nebraska, Pitt, Kansas State, with OU and A&M close to offering him. He's probably projects more as an outside linebacker or safety at the next level. He is a great-looking athlete. We were on the field with Kendall Daniels a couple of times last year from Beggs, who was the player of the year, and he's got that same type of build, and we'll see what kind of speed he's got. But he was primarily the ball carrier, hit this level, and he's a really good one at the high school level. Tell me about the quarterback, Boatwright.
Boatwright is another guy that you got to be aware of. I mean, right now on this field, you can see in the pregame warm-up, he was wearing that dark visor across his face mask, and that tells me one thing. That's a player that is ready to lead the game in passing because he doesn't want anybody reading his eyes. I look for him to try to stretch this field and not only just hand the ball off to Cartwright and let the offense run through him, but really stretch the field with his arms. They said offensively, it's all about getting the speed on the field and getting the size on the field. They have different personnel groupings with this McALESTER bunch because they have the ability to do that. The quarterback has to be able to organize and operate the offense. He's got to be able to be the commander on the field and get people on and off, and he has to know his personnel groupings. It's on him to get the grouping and the personnel on the field correctly. hey, if they can do that, I think they can do extraordinary things, not just tonight, but this season.
Yeah, and his leadership last year, he passed for 1,982 yards in a semifinal campaign and 11 touchdowns. Look for him to improve upon that this year. But they're going to go to McCarty. They're going to start with him and let him lead. They've got two other running backs really good. We'll talk about them throughout the game as well. Defensively, they're really proud of their defense here in McALESTER. It starts up front or in the middle of the defense, anchored by number 3, Chase Faber.
Yeah, Chase Faber is very, very good at that linebacker position. He runs sideline to sideline. Another Division I talent kid that has had a couple of offers this summer, and it's going to be interesting to see what transpires in this game, but I'm looking forward to see him chasing ball carriers down.
Yeah, on the defensive front, it's anchored by number 53, Garrett Shumway. He's a defensive lineman, had 77 tackles last season, 5 sacks. He's a guy that's really anchors that defensive front. And then number 7 in the backfield, Killian Barnes. What can you tell me about him?
Yeah, Killian Barnes is another dynamic athlete for this Buffalo squad. He's one of those guys that, along with McCarty, he's an athlete, and he's going to be somebody that you're going to have to look out for throughout the ballgame.
Okay, Coach Mosey talked about their speed, that they're playing with a lot of speed. They can make mistakes and make up for it with their speed. We'll see how that goes as this game goes along. We want to turn the keys to the game, Dion. Let's talk first about SALLISAW. What do they got to do to win this ball game and get to 1-1 on this season?
Well, first of all, they got to take care of the football. Both of these coaches mentioned it earlier when we got a chance to talk to them. Turnovers is a big thing. They got to win the turnover battle. Second, control the tempo. This is a team that's going to try to control the pace of the game. They said it's football simple. If there's 5 in the box, they want to run it. If there's more than 5, they want to pass it. So let's see if they can get that done and control the tempo of the game. And number 3, the super sophomore can use the starting quarterback, Brock Strine, control the game and have a big game to get a win tonight.
Yeah, he's going to have to play like a senior tonight against this Buffalo defense for them to have a chance to win the ball game. He's going to be a good player. And, the thing I liked about Coach Lowe is he told me earlier this week, he said, we're going to be a good football team. We're going to be a good football team. I don't know if it's going to be this week, next week, or week 5, but we're going to be a good football team. And it's when he grows up and leads them, he's a guy that gives them a chance to distribute the football on the outside of their playmakers and go from there. So let's turn next to keys to the game for McALESTER.
Yeah, McALESTER's keys is first the defense. I mean, they had the shutout. Well, the almost shutout last week. Let's see if they can make it a full shutout this week. Number 2, McCarty. We already talked about enough of him in the pregame, and hopefully the hype is real. And if they're going to get a win tonight, we're going to see a lot of number 5 taking control of this game. And then improving in football. The biggest improvement happens from week 1 to week 2. And in Oklahoma high school football, it happens from week 0 to week 1.
Absolutely.
Let's see if the improvement from McALESTER is enough to get the victory here tonight.
Absolutely. So we watched the McALESTER band finish up the national anthem. We're about 11 minutes away from kickoff here at McALESTER at First National Field, and we're going to take a quick break by Bravado Wireless and come back to you for the finish up the pregame festivities here.
We don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer 1 line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Back to McALESTER, First National Field. I'm Curtis Branch, joined alongside Dion Amati, and we're just a few minutes away from kickoff here. Beautiful night in McALESTER. It's kind of cooling off. The fans are settling into the stands, and cheerleaders about to get the spirit line ready to go. And band is, we got the big Buffalo helmet lined up there in the corner, and so we're about ready to see them take the field. But excited to be here tonight, and we're going to watch the captains go to the coin toss here in a few minutes. But when you look at these teams, really lot to be excited about with this ball game, and both coaches have a lot of positive energy, and you can see why these teams like to play for their coaches.
Yeah, you can see that both of these coaches had a lot of charisma, and they seem like they love the game. You love to hear that from the coaches themselves.
Right.
But what are we going to see when we get on this field here tonight? What are we going to see when these two teams strap up the helmets, strap up the pads, and put it all on the line between those white lines? The thing that I think needs to get done for both of these teams, for SALLISAW, I think it's important that they load the box. I know that we talk about all the athletes that is on the field for McALESTER offensively and how impressive people think that the quarterback boat ride is, but we're going to have to see it, because you cannot let number 5 McCarty take away this game for you. 190 yards last week. You can't let that be the thing. You got to load the box, and you got to take him out of the game and let them try to beat you on the outside. If that's the case, then they earn it. But if it's not, hey, you've eliminated one aspect of their game offensively, and you've given yourself a better chance defensively.
Yeah, as you see, captains for both teams, boat ride number 8 for McALESTER and number 13 for SALLISAW. I've got my notes right here. Sergio Nahara Diaz, and I hope I got that right.
Number 5,
but see the visual giving the directions here.
And number 76
see what happens.
Avian Simon. Wants to win the toss.
McALESTER will receive the kickoff, defending in the north end zone. See both teams going back to the tunnels and get ready for take the field. See that long hair by McCarty as he trots back to the tunnel.
And you could tell that this Buffalo team was excited to win that coin toss. And normally, in this day and age of football, you see a team defer and want the ball coming out at halftime and get the ball first. And that way you can control the clock towards the end. You have an opportunity to kind of reset things and get yourself an extra possession at the end of the game. But they just wanted the ball, point blank and period. They wanted to get things started off now and going. And I'm happy to see that offense come out first. It should be an exciting matchup.
Yeah, Coach, I think it fits Coach Mazie. I'm not sure he defers much. He's a guy that, at the end of their pre-games, you see a lot of teams do different things in their pre-game warm-ups. They lined up in the Oklahoma drill.
Yeah, that's something you don't see too often. And it's certainly something that kind of took the world by surprise.
I think he had 2 tackles. He was
himself.
He was involved quite a bit. So, gotta let these kids want to play for him and the enthusiasm that he has, and so we're excited to see what it looks like tonight. And we saw a good 5A team last week in Bishop Kelly, and I think you're going to see a similar thing that we saw last week with their quarterback in Strine. They're similar looking players, both dual threats, both run threats, but can really spin the ball. And so, Bishop Kelly got behind Poto last week. They let the quarterback go over the top, and they got back in the ballgame, actually took the lead and had a chance to win the ballgame late. And so, it's how much you're going to let the kids do what they want to do. Now, Coach Lowe is an air raid guy. He's going to throw it. He basically said, we're going to let the defense call the play.
Yeah, and he definitely did say that. His words verbatim, and what he means by that is he's going to dictate his play calling by what the defense gives him. They're not going to ask their players to do too much. What they see is what they're going to go after. If you got 5 in the box, he's gonna run the football. If you load the box up, he's gonna want to pass it.
You see McALESTER lining up in the inflated helmet, getting ready to take the field. I'd say McALESTER is one of the better looking teams we've seen in person, top to bottom across the roster. We were on the field with him in warm-ups. We've called a lot of games the last couple of years, and they look the part. Very athletic, a lot of size, and it looks like they're in fantastic shape.
Yeah, definitely a team that looks good coming off the bus.
Anxiety and anxiousness of energy in that tunnel. We see SALLISAW take the field. You're going to be on the west sidelines tonight, but defending the south end zone as we kick this game off here in a couple of minutes. The SALLISAW white on white uniforms tonight, black numbers, which make it really easy for us, and black helmets. And McALESTER be wearing white helmets tonight, black and gold striping on the top, buffalo on the side, numbers on the other side, and black tops with gold trim and gold numbers and white pants as they take the field. We're just a few minutes away here, Dion.
We certainly are.
It's always a good night when you got stands filled up and you got football on the field.
Nothing like Friday Night Lights here in Oklahoma.
Nothing like an AC air-conditioned press box for us, too.
Yeah, can't be mad at that at all.
Yeah. McALESTER's made several playoff runs in the past few years. Had a couple of chances to win state title. They are clearly one of the favorites in Class 5A to dethrone Carlisle Titans this year, and we're just a minute or two away here from seeing what they've got. One thing you like to see about the Buffalo team too is that the Buffaloes is that they have a lot of kids out for football. You see a lot of games this year where you've got teams that got 40, 50 guys out, and they're probably closer to 70, 75.
And it's always a good thing when you can see the coaches take advantage of that and get all these kids an opportunity to get out on the field. That shows your depth and your capabilities offensively.
I think that's part of that personnel groupings. One of the enthusiasms that you have with personnel groupings, you get a lot of kids on the field. I always believe they got a chance to play, whereas you stay with one personnel grouping in multiple formations. 39 set to kick it off for Christian Taylor. Deep onside kick. Fair catch by number 24, I believe, Jaden Cheney, sophomore. Buffalo will take over on the 38-yard line. Looks like ball will be on the left. Or now they're going to put it on the left hash.
I believe Owen Russell was the one that caught that ball and tried to fair catch it, but he almost got it out there late, but took a knee. And because of that, it's still going to be great field position for
McCarty not starting the ball game here tonight. See number 2 in motion. Boat ride back to pass. Little slip screen to number 7. Killian Barnes. Can he get all the way to the end zone? Touchdown, McALESTER.
One and done, ladies and gentlemen. One and done. A quick wide receiver tunnel screen. And number 7 for the Buffaloes. Barnes takes it to the house.
62 yards on the play. One play, 12 seconds in. McALESTER leads 6-0 with a point after coming. Might ask why McCarty is out. There was some contact tracing earlier this week. He was out, and he will be in the game. He will play. They just kept him out from contact tracing for reasons. We see the replay right here. Great setup with the play action and throws it back to the short side of the field. And Barnes shows the speed and athleticism that we heard about in the pregame. Scampers to the end zone, makes it 7-0 Buffaloes.
Back up.
That was just very impressive right there. You saw the speed. Nobody had the angle on him. It looked like it was number 1 Kirkpatrick that was trying to chase Barnes down, but he just couldn't get to him in time. Barnes crosses the goal line.
See Buffalo line up here, ready to kick the ready to line up for the kickoff. If you're SALLISAW, it's not quite the start that you'd like. You're going to have to regroup quickly. On the road, a little bit shaken. You're going to have to figure out a way to come out and respond. McALESTER will be kicking off on the right hash. Looks like number 90, Kobe Clark, senior. Here a kickoff. 90's a great number for kickers. I mean, as kickers go, he's got some great fluorescent orange shoes. Approaches the ball. Deep one side. That's going to be trouble. Fielded by number 2. Fair catch there by Kylan Bailey. 6'2 senior. Give SALLISAW great field position to start the game. Both teams employing the deep one side to start the game. Dion, you know, I used to always like to play. I was going to kick it at the most unathletic player on that front line. I was going to just try to drill them because the second line and beyond, if you're doing the deep on side, they got athletes there, receivers there.
Yeah, almost a water boy play where the kicker kicks it right at the defender that looks like he can't handle it.
Yeah. Number 23, Ashton Foster, sophomore running back alongside Strine. Drop back, trips left. Big play there early by number, is that 60?
Yeah, you look at this replay right here. The center pulls, and he gets wrapped up immediately by the defensive tackle. Having a hard time seeing what number that is. But
I think it's number 60, Jackson Smith. Checks down at the line. We got trips left here. Strine makes some adjustment here. Drops back to pass. Boy, big hit there. Looks like number 5, Eric McCarty, coming up from the safety position. Dion, how would you rate that hit?
Oh, that's the way to come downhill. Nice little hitch route, 5 yards, and McCarty makes him pay for it.
Makes it 3rd and 4. We'll go trips right here. He's checking at the line. Making some adjustments here. Back to pass. Got the curl. There he is, McHenry, with a gain of 5 for a first down. Move the chains into McALESTER territory.
And that's a good job of just taking what the defense gives you. Simple cover 4, trips over here at the bottom of your screen, and they find that hole in the zone defense. McHenry does a good job sitting down and getting that first down.
Going back, trips left now. Strine works from 1st and 10 in McALESTER territory. Foster bounces it. Good cut.
McCarty coming downhill and making that nice tackle again, but not before the offense. And number 23 for SALLISAW, Foster, picks up another 5 yards. They're doing a good job of moving the ball early in this drive.
Keeping it simple right here. Looks across the field, got McHenry open. Oh, and he catches it. McCarty makes a break on the football, thought he had the interception for a second, goes through his hands. McHenry holds on to it and advances it down inside the 30.
And that's just great concentration by McHenry. Look at him. It's a 10-yard in, comes all the way across the field. Good job by McCarty getting across the field to make a jump on the ball.
Yeah, you saw Faber there, the outstanding linebacker. He thought McCarty made the play as well. Trips right here, works on 1st and 10. Foster bounces it outside. He's got nothing. Number 32 on the tackle, Malachi Rice.
Good job by Rice keeping contained from his outside linebacker position.
Good-looking athlete there. You see Rice on the top of our screen as he works on the boundary side here. Back in trips. Strine back to pass, looks for the out. McHenry with another catch. He's a big target, number 20, Dakota Moten on the tackle alongside McCarty.
And it's a good job by Strine. He's just attacking that 5-yard out closest to him. McHenry being the targeted receiver. And the reason for that is because you're looking at a situation where they're playing cover 4, and the trips responsibility is that middle linebacker and the far safety, and they're using that to their advantage.
And gets it out to Riley Scavo. And McCarty greets him on the sideline, says, "Welcome to McALESTER."
The one thing about this defense right now, McCarty is playing great, but the thing you got to be worried about is McCarty is playing safety, and he probably has 5 tackles alone in this series, and if they're getting to his safety level for him to make plays, that's not good for the defense.
Yeah, really good poise here shown by Strine on this first drive.
Trips at the top of your screen.
Back to pass. Finds Charlie Martin.
Quintana coming downhill fast from his safety position to make the play on the screen. Good job by him.
Martin Cotta looked for some space upfield. Gained maybe 1 to put it 3rd and 8. Looks like from the 18-yard line. Let's call it. Is this 2-down territory right here?
Well, it depends on how your field goal kicker is. If they have a kicker, I think you just go take the points.
Looking deep to the corner. Look for Riley Scavo there on the out, and it's covered well.
Yeah, they're just trying to execute the corner route, the corner of the end zone. Wide receiver doesn't really get to the spot. Pass is incomplete, and looks like they're going to bring on the field goal unit.
Number 39, Christian Taylor, 5'6", all 135 pounds of him lining up for this kick.
Turn to the box.
Number 10, you don't see this a lot. Their leading wide receiver is the deep snapper, number 10. Kick is up, and looks like it was blocked.
It looks like, guess who, number 5, Eric McCarty gets a piece of it. Let's check out the replay. He's coming around from the top of the screen.
Got just enough of it. Didn't get airborne. It was a good snap and a good hold. Turnover on downs there by Sallisaw, but promising drive. They moved the ball pretty well. Again, doing exactly what Coach Lowe talked about, taking what the defense gave them. We'll see if we've got, we still don't have McCarty in the ball game on the offensive side of the football. Keep by Boatwright. Good fake right there. Gets upfield, gains 15, 18 yards. Big run after contact.
And here's what you're seeing right here on this replay. This is a zone read with a screen on it. Look at him looking at the receiver. Receiver's covered. He tucks the ball, cuts up the field, and picks up what he can get. Zone read with a screen play designed to the side. three options on that play. Either the quarterback keeps it, or he gives it to the running back out of the backfield, or he throws the ball on the screen play on the outside. 3 options on that play. Let's see if they go back to it here in this game.
That's an RPOO. Little quarterback keep up the middle. I think that was a design play, and a nice one there as he gains about 6, maybe 7. Had a little option look to the left, but I think that was just a little icing. That wasn't the cake. Maybe sprinkles. You know what they call it? Sprinkles on that. Good play there by Boatwright.
Yeah, and a good job by the offensive line and Boatwright to keep his feet moving. I think he almost got about 3 yards after contact.
Boatwright surveys the defense. 12 personnel here. He rolls left. Boy, Caleb Prather wide open on that out route and turned to run before he had the ball.
Yeah, you got to look that thing in. You can see the frustration on his face after that drop.
Puts him a little bit behind the chains here. 3rd and 5.
Sprint out pass, and that one coming out of Boatwright's hand just a little wobbly. Might have affected the hands of
Dakota Moten in the backfield with Boatwright. Gets the handoff.
Oh, and that's a nice tackle on the outside by number 3, Stevens.
Big time play, run support there by Stevens. Steps up and keeps him short. Gain of maybe a half a yard right there. And if he doesn't get him, he's going to have some room to run, probably get the first down. But instead, Stevens' play gives the ball back to SALLISAW here.
And the thing I want everybody to remember after you saw the second series on defense for SALLISAW and the first series on offense for them, this is a team that had a lot of success early in the game last week, okay? You got to remember they jumped out to a big lead, and then they had a situation where the team comes back, settles down, and goes on a storm and a tear, and they couldn't rally from that. So this is a team that's used to starting with success, used to starting fast and having success early in the game. But can they continue it throughout the game? That's the real question. That's the real test for the Black Diamond.
Absolutely. What are they going to do in this second possession here?
Well, I think in the second possession, you continue with the offense that you were doing. They had a lot of success moving the ball methodically down the field, finding the open receivers, running when they had the opportunity to. Look for them to continue doing that. A lot of success with that 3x1 trip set. Let's see if they go back to that as well.
Yeah, Leighton Bass, number 1, back to punt for McALESTER. I think it's probably, I'm a big fan of trickeration. I once coached with a guy that did not punt an entire season. He once faked it 8 different plays in one game. So I'm a big fan of it. As you see, a little motion here. And he's going to rugby style punt that may go backwards. That's going to be about a 24-yard punt. Give ball to SALLISAW on the 39-yard line.
And a little bit of indecisiveness. It was a rugby style punt, but you could tell he had the option on his own if he was going to fake it or if he was going to punt it. And last minute, he decides to punt it, comes off the front of his toe and doesn't go the distance that you would hope to get as a punter.
Yeah, the coaches may not like me saying this, but I would have faked it. I'm a big proponent of faking it every chance you get. Trips left to start this second series for SALLISAW. Strine takes the snap. Hands off to number 1. Good little run right there to Kilpatrick.
And you saw what the adjustment right there was. Look at McCarthy on this next play. If you see 3x1, he's coming down to play man on the number 3 receiver. You saw a lot of 5 and outs earlier in that first drive. They're trying to stop that by man-to-man coverage. Let's see if they go to it again.
Yeah, man-to-man over the top or on the near sideline right here, correct?
Looks like a man-to-man, but with the corner on the bottom of your screen.
Is that something they're going to try to exploit?
They stay in that zone coverage. Looks like the linebacker does cheat out a little bit.
Yeah, Faber's going for the under route there, and good read. Really a good missed throw by Strine, because if he throws that on the numbers, it's probably a pick six for Favors.
And that's what winning teams have to do. That's what winning defenses have to do. Have to make adjustments on the sideline. Good job by this team so far. 3rd and 5 for the Black Diamond.
Goes back, a little screen underneath. Wow, good close right there.
Return alert.
Looks like that was number 15, Quintana, who comes down aggressively.
Faber out there as well, but Quintana with a great tackle.
It was a quick slant behind the vertical wheel route. Quintana jumps on it.
Back from McALESTER, number 2, Kate Letdown.
Again, SALLISAW having a little trouble getting personnel on the field. Something very frustrating, even though early in the season. McHenry with a big boot. McHenry has done everything for SALLISAW early. Great punt. He avoided the oncoming rusher, sidestepped him, and then toed one down inside the 3.
And I can't tell you how great of a play that was by McHenry to avoid the rush, get the punt off, and then down him on the 2-yard line. That was magnificent. Might be the best special teams play we've seen in this early in this season.
Absolutely. Wonder if we'll see McCarty this series. Yeah, looks like he's going to come in a running back now. We'll see what number 5's got as he comes in for the 3rd series of the game.
And early in the game, or for the pregame, we talked to Coach, and he said they got a lot of personnel. I'm imagining you're seeing their heavy personnel right now backed up on the 2-yard line.
Got their 12 personnel grouping, as he likes to call it. A lot of people would call it 21, as you see 2 tight ends there, number 12 and number 4. Illegal procedure. I think you had one guy getting set while one came in motion, which puts 2 in motion at the same time, and that's illegal.
Sounds right, but wrong at the same time.
It's wrong, but they did it. Boat rides. Gesturing Bass toward the line. Play action, looking deep. Got man-to-man on the outside. Big time catch. Cale Prather makes up for an early drop to give him field position outside the 30-yard line.
As a defensive back, the first thing they tell you when you're backed up in your own goal line is they're going to take a shot. They're going to take a shot down the field. You have to be ready for it. And that's exactly what they did, and Prather makes them pay.
Hey, Kilpatrick had pretty good coverage, but it was a better pass and a better catch.
And just a slight size advantage over the cornerback, and it's just enough to get the catch.
See trips to the boundary here. Prather goes in motion. Bouncing out, roll left. Prather had that one and dropped it. A little behind him. Pass boat right, probably one back. We're going 2nd and 10 here. 4:06 left in the first quarter. Still have yet to see McCarty touch the ball. I'm thinking I might give number 5 the football here in the next play or 2. Now, what formation, what personnel grouping, see them change continually. That's part of the MO for McALESTER, is they're going to give you multiple looks and make you defend all those looks and make all those personnel groupings.
It's just about being disciplined enough as an offense to know where you are, know when to get on the field, and being still having some rhythm.
That personnel grouping caused them to take a break, and we're going to take a break here in the action while as McALESTER calls timeout with 4:06 left in the first quarter, leading 7-0.
I'm Forrest Mazie. I'm the head coach of the McALESTER Buffaloes, and you're watching Friday Night Lights on Bravado Wireless.
Welcome back to McALESTER. I'm Curtis Branch, joined alongside Deanna Amani, and we're with Bravado Wireless Game of the Week, Friday Night Lights. McALESTER hosting SALLISAW. Late first quarter action, 4:06 left in the first. McALESTER facing a 2nd and 10 from their 31-yard line. There's the guy I'm looking for. McCarty jumps right, stretched out. Good play by Charlie Martin. Stretch out the play. Number 11 for SALLISAW. McCarty fights through the first tackle, though. Gains 5. Really good job getting downhill, making a tough run there to give him a manageable 3rd and 5.
Yeah, it does a phenomenal job of recognizing how he's running out of real estate, then looks for the cutback and just picks up what he can.
See what they come out here. They're going to call it 3rd and 4. Just got past the halfway mark of the chain here. Looks like a procedure play. McCarty, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He was stopped just short early in the play. Runs through the tackle and picks up another 10. Give him 1st and 10 at midfield.
Strong, tough running, doing a good job. Kept his hand on the ground to keep his balance and picks up the 1st down for the Buffalo.
Going to give him a quick breather right here to see trips right. Coming out of the huddle here for McALESTER. He did not practice much this week, as I understand it, due to the COVID contact tracing protocols, but big-time athlete nonetheless, as you see. Big-time play right there in the middle. Number 51, Caleb Cowan, 6'1", 230-pound tackle from junior from SALLISAW. Great job chasing down the line and making the play there on Moten.
That's just a simple GT counter, and he does a good job of following the pullers to the ball carrier and making a great tackle for loss for SALLISAW.
Play you see a lot out of these spread teams. That OU's kind of bread and butter play for their run game.
You really look forward to saying
Dude,
that, didn't you?
I'm trying to get my digs in every chance I get. Moten bounces through the line, gets the 2nd level. Inside the 40 to the 35. Poor tackling there by SALLISAW allows him to gain a 1st down and plus some. Good run right there. He's a kid that's going to start for a lot of schools in the state of Oklahoma. He gets to play behind Mr. McCarty. Got to appreciate the fact the Buffaloes have 2 really quality running backs in the backfield here to share the load, which you see a lot of teams got to do that nowadays. Look for a reverse. Another flea flicker. McCarty's wide open. Can he make a guy miss? Makes 2 miss. 3. Can he get? Fumble. SALLISAW recovers after a great play. Number 11, Charlie Martin with a fumble recovery. And a great play by McALESTER, denied by big hit and fumble. We may have we got a flag on the play. You may see targeting play here. I thought the safety here came up and hit McCarty here. Probably might have led with the helmet. He may have got clipped.
Yeah.
The way he came into him.
Interesting what they're telling the referee right here.
Yeah, I kind of think what at first looked like targeting is blocking the back by McALESTER. They're going to deny that penalty. It's not added on to the play like it used to be.
And what a razzle-dazzle play that was. Tried to go for the flea flicker. McCarty making some moves down the field and gives the defense enough time to come from behind and punch that ball away.
Plus one in the turnover battle early for SALLISAW. It's something they wanted to do. It gives them life here at the end of the first quarter, because if McCarty breaks one more play, he's going to score.
McCarty's got to put the gloves on, man. That's a costly turnover. Check out the good
moves.
The moves are with the dead leg coming across the field.
Foster gets up the middle. McCarty meets him. Gains 4. Good running upside, inside zone there
Take it out to the
by Foster.
3-yard line. Second down and
See 20 personnel here for SALLISAW.
2 backs, no tight ends on the field.
Twins out here to the near side. Look for the man coverage on the outside. I don't know if they're going to try to exploit that. Screen play.
And there was just too much traffic in the face of the quarterback strain. And because of it's an incomplete pass.
Why am I not surprised?
Kind of a play you would see if you think they're coming to blitz, but McALESTER is kind of a keep the ball in front of you, not blitz you, make you beat them, bend but don't break type of defense. That's their philosophy. So kind of an interesting call right there, but one they'll live with in 3rd and 6 here. 58 seconds left in the half. As Strine drops back, avoids pressure. He's going to tuck it and run. And I'm telling you, swarming McALESTER defense meets him as favor. The talented linebacker meets him at the 46.
Somebody tell Strain that he's a quarterback. It's okay to slide, buddy. Because he looked like he was in no man's land right there, and he had no idea what to do, and he knew his running room was all but gone. He can go ahead and, offer himself up to the ground and not take all those brutal hits.
McHenry, our favorite punter back here, late in the first quarter. He's going to have to punt it. 5 seconds on the clock and 14 on the game clock. Pretty good punt. Going to sail out of bounds. Probably going to be around the 30, maybe 25-yard line. Yep, 31-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. McALESTER. We're going to have one more play in this action, and then we'll go to a break and start the second quarter action here in the Friday Night Lights Game of the Week, brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Theon, I don't know if I told you this week. I'm kind of rubbing it in on a couple of fronts, but I got the new Samsung Galaxy flip phone. You would say, why would you get a flip phone? Because they're cool. That's why.
Well, I mean, I guess you're going to have this conversation by yourself.
I am. And my kids actually think I'm cool for once, so that's pretty cool. We see McALESTER set up.
They got a
Bunch set here. Motioning out. You got bunch trips underneath. They're going deep right here, folks. Corner route and intercepted by Kilpatrick. Read it perfect. Came under the route, made a big-time play.
And that's just an excellent play by the cornerback. Bunch set, they try to spread him out on the play, and he undercuts the ball underthrown, and makes a great play at it and brings it in. SALLISAW with another turnover on defense.
+2 as we end the first quarter. Be SALLISAW football, 1st and 10 on about the 40-yard line as we come back in your Bravado Wireless Game of the Week.
Treated like a neighbor, not a number. With the best price on home internet and mobile service from your friendly local provider. Make the switch and save.
Welcome back to McALESTER for the Bravado Wireless Friday Night Lights Game of the Week. I'm Curtis Branch, joined alongside Dion Amati, and we are at the First National Field here in McALESTER, where we watched a fantastic action-laden first quarter, but McALESTER with two costly turnovers to stop drives and really give SALLISAW Black Diamond some life going in this second quarter.
Yeah, although the SALLISAW offense wasn't able to, get down the field and put some points on the board, defense has done a good job of holding this explosive McALESTER offense. And again, this is a team that had success early in the game last week. Let's see if it continues.
Yeah, SALLISAW dropping back, looking deep. Pass over the middle. Underthrown there, so he's looking deep to Riley Scavo. And dangerous pass. You got to put something on it. You got to throw it away. He's a little uncommitted on that. He's got to be more committed on that pass. He's got a great arm, folks. Throws 90-mile-an-hour fastball in baseball. Reminds Coach Lowe of kitty coach Archie Bradley, who's done fairly well in the major leagues. Strabo back, you see a blitz, and got the under route there, a little crossing route. He doesn't hit Kilpatrick.
And these screens are starting to get a little frustrating because they're tried on 3 separate attempts to execute the screen, and they do that with an aggressive defense to try to get them to hesitate slightly and just a little bit, but they can't execute them because either the defense is too far in strine space or their passes are inaccurate because there's too much congestion by the offensive line being in the way. So they got to figure things out here.
Yeah, 2 consecutive screen plays to Kilpatrick, somebody they're trying to get on the underneath here on the mash route, and just all for naught, bad passes. A little screen underneath here to Scavo. Makes one guy miss, but he's bet by McCarty on about the 47. Bring up 4th and probably 8.
And ever since they've made that adjustment defensively on that trips formation where McCarty as the far safety coming over and showing man, getting them away from those quick hitter 5-yard out routes, now they tried to execute the wide receiver tunnel screen, and McCarty's right there to make a play on it.
Yeah, this point in the ball game where, if you're Coach Macy, probably a little frustrated with the turnovers, pleased with the defense as we see McHenry boot another one. Folks, he might have a chance to be a D1 punter. He can kick the football. No fair catch taken there, and he's met by a slew of bevy of players. Number 2, Caden Lesnow fielded the play. Gives the ball 1st and 10 to McALESTER on the 19-yard line on the far hash mark. See what they do to get going here in the second quarter.
I'll tell you one thing, though. McHenry is helping this SALLISAW Black Diamond team out tremendously in the special teams game and with field position, because this is a lot of field to cover if you're the Buffaloes.
Yep.
Did a good job last year.
Got 21 personnel here for McALESTER. Nice play there. Good cut by Ethan Watkins. Sophomore running back getting his first carry of the game. Gains about 6, maybe 7 on the carry. Puts him ahead of the chains, makes it 2nd and 4. Watkins is a kid that will play for a lot of teams, be the best running back for a lot of teams. He's playing behind 2 good ones. He's a kid that's going to be great in future years here for McALESTER. Really good vision by him. See him get the handoff again, bounces it outside. Good running. Boy, tough running after contact. Gains about another 7 there to get it out close to the 40, maybe the 37-yard line.
He's doing a really good job of keeping his feet moving.
Really bounced it well to the outside and cuts it back. I'd like to thank rock star Mike Cambiano Roberts for bringing us something to drink. McCarty gets McCarty with a good cutback right there. Touchdown saving tackle by Cole Stevens. If he gets past him, he's gone because he was the last line of defense for him. Good vision by McCarty, good cutback, and good tackle. Makes it 2nd and 7, or 2nd and 3 as McCarty patiently runs, puts his head down and gets it across midfield.
That's going to be enough for a first down.
Spots the ball at the 50. McCarty starts picking up some yardage here. He needs we're talking about NIL coming up. He's going to need a hair shampoo, hair product kind of deal. Maybe we can work on that for him, Dion.
Unless, I don't know, a hair product that's maybe Head and Shoulders.
Hey, I'm telling you, some sort of shampoo deal with that guy. That's beautiful. Play action, look for a screen coming underneath. Drop by Bass as Kilpatrick followed him underneath.
That's a good job by number 40, Ty McHenry, on the quarterback hurry. Kind of making that pass a little off target.
How patient does McALESTER stay right here? And as a coach, you get a little frustrated. You think you're going to come out and execute. You shoot yourself in the field a little bit and you get impatient. That's a pretty good way to go right there. McCarty staying patient with him as he picks up nearly 18, probably 17 yards. Here to get it to the 33. Nice play, nice run, yards after contact. Yak action. Makes the first guy miss, second guy miss, takes 3 to get him down. Got to tackle number 5, is what Coach Lowe said. Makes 2 more miss. Good tackle there by Relly Scavo as he comes up. But McCarty wasn't stopped. He gains 3 more after that hit. He'll come out and get a breather. Looks like Moton is back in. Great luxury to have 3 really solid running backs like that, Dion.
Truly is.
Have to go to the air here. They're going to stay at the ground game. Moton found some action with that inside zone there last couple of plays. Gashing SALLISAW up front. What kind of adjustments are they going to make here?
I think it's just a double team, man. They're moving McHenry out of the way there, and the running backs are running right behind that big hole and getting into that second level with ease.
Moving McHenry is the equivalent to moving a refrigerator in the garage. Good cutback there. 20's going to dance into the end zone. They score 13-0 with a point after try to follow. 8:07 left in the second quarter. See the inside zone working well for McALESTER on that series. Go back to it 5 straight times until they punch it in the end zone.
Yeah, and that drive right there was just a tough, hard-nosed, we're bigger, stronger, and get out of our way kind of drive. Didn't get cute, just continued to run what was working, that inside zone. And that GT counter seemed to be really doing the work for this team. Look at that pulling guard, get second level, pick up not 1 but 2 blocks, and escorts Moto into the end zone.
We're going to take a break in the action here with 8:07 left in the second quarter. McALESTER leading 14-0. Welcome back to McALESTER First National Field as we see the Buffaloes getting ready to kick off to SALLISAW, leading 14-0, 8:07 left in the second quarter. This broadcast brought to you by our family at BravadoWireless.com. Come and join them for your needs in hunting, wireless, home internet. They're the guys for you. Find a local store and go see them. Deep onside kick, fielded on the right hash by number 3, Cole Stevens. He returns it out near the 30-yard line to the 28.
Looked like that turf monster came up and got him. Yeah, tripped up there.
Yeah. We're not only employed by Bravado Wireless, we're also customers. And I got the new Samsung Galaxy. Dion's not impressed, but I got the new flip phone. It's pretty awesome. Also got 3 Spartan game cameras this week. I can watch all my deer on my land.
Oh, wow.
And I will report for the fans out there wondering, Nate, our guy that pulled the arrow back in our commercial, he did miss. 1st and 10, SALLISAW. Trips left. The stride drops back. Looks inside. Number 2, Kylan Bailey with a gain of about 8 out to the 37-yard line for SALLISAW.
I go back to that Trips inside receiver. This time it looks like a little bit of a hitch route, 5-yard stop, and turn around and pick it up.
Yeah, pretty easy pitch and catch there. For Strine, you can see he's got a lot of potential. There's times he looks really, really good. That ball was had some speed to it, but new formation here. Little jumbo set. See if they go pass out of this. Hand it off. Bouncing up inside zone there by number 23, Ashton Foster. A little 5'8", 150-pound sophomore. Needs to get on the Curtis Branch program. Put a little weight on it, a little junk in the trunk, and see if that'll help him gain some yards.
Just a sophomore. He's got some time.
1st and 10 on the 41 as this drive continues for SALLISAW. Again, new formation here. Kind of see a jumbo package form. 2 H-backs in. Hands off to Foster. He bounces it outside to left. Boy, Faber cuts him off, forces him back inside, met by a bevy of players, including number 53, Garrett Shumway. Talked about him in the pregame.
That's a smart move by Foster because that defense is built for speed, and turning back into the outside is turning to the outside is not the way you're going to get it done. They're going to run you down and keep contained, going up the field and getting positive yardage where you can.
20 personnel here. So hand off to Foster. Got nothing there. He met at the line of scrimmage, number 55. Looks like Cade Himmerling. Good play. Good job getting off the block there and getting inside. That may be Jaden. Can't tell if it's 55 or 65. Parents, I'm not trying to diss anybody, so please send all of your comments to Dion Amati. Stride drops back, looks right, throws it inside, looks like it's going to be close to the first down. A catch by Scavo. Going to call him a yard short. Instant replay might give him that, but we're going to go 4th and 1 here. Do you go, Dion?
Here's the unfortunate thing that the ball was thrown a little bit behind him, so that's the reason why he didn't have the forward momentum to go forward.
Watch this. He's at the 49 when he catches. Now he reached behind, but he was at the 49. He caught the ball, brought it to the middle. We're going to go for it here. High snap. Foster gets inside. Can he get across the line? Boy, it's going to be close.
It's going to be really close.
It's how much do the sidelines yell at the sideline judge. It looks like he's... I think we're going to get a measurement. They may give it to him.
And you know what was costly? The high snap.
Yeah.
Because the quarterback has to jump up and catch the ball. It messed up the timing of the handoff and allowed the Buffaloes a better shot at stopping it, but they still don't, and they get the first down. Head coach for the Buffaloes is not pleased. He's out on that 50, up close to the hash mark.
Moved the chains before they had a chance to chance to bring him out and get the first down, but where the marker was in the middle of the 49. The nose of the football is just past the 49, which is clearly an indicator. Now, at first glance, it looked like he didn't get to the 49, but you know what? We're going to give the officials the benefit of the doubt. They showed up for work tonight, and there's a lot of companies that didn't happen at. Strine, back to pass. Foster motion right. Little inside screen. Just sniffed out by the Buffaloes. Screen game is well schemed by the Buffaloes. Good job there by number 32, Malachi Rice.
And I'm surprised they didn't call a flag on that one right there, because he was definitely holding the wide receiver who was trying to get into the tunnel screen. But no, refs didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
Got McHenry back in. Takes him gets outside Scavo. Nice play, gains about 8. Strine had a little bit of trouble getting the ball set in his hands and getting it out. Scavo made a good play down the sidelines, giving him a chance here, manageable 3rd and 2, maybe 2.5. And as SALLISAW continues to grind the clock here, 4:48 left in the second quarter.
Let's see if they can pick up this 3rd down.
Jumbo set here. That's kind of a run formation. I wouldn't be surprised seeing play action off this. Foster, boy, just met by Faber there. Great play by Faber, getting downhill and finding him. Loss of probably, basically let him get back to the line of scrimmage. 4th and 2 here. Probably going to have to go for it if you're SALLISAW. Good penetration here. You've come up empty a couple of times in Buffalo territory. Got to make something happen right here. Got McHenry back in. So you really got like a 13 personnel. I wouldn't be surprised to see McHenry get it. Strine he's going to be short by a yard.
Yeah, he's going to be way short.
Zone read, keeper by Strine. Just good job there by number 32, Malachi Rice. These guys didn't talk about a lot in the pregame, but he's an all-bus guy. See him get off the bus, you think you've got problems, and he makes a great play there to get the possession back to Buffaloes.
And that's something that this SALLISAW team is going to have to talk about and adjust and fix for the rest of the season. They don't really have the offense for short yardage. Foster is not the running back that you want to see running between the tackles when you need a yard. Neither is your quarterback Strine. So you got to figure out a way to pick up a yard when you need it. And it might be McHenry that gets back there for a direct snap.
Boatwright rolls right. Wow, great play there by number 2. Lesnow cut. Yards after catch. Boy, that's a 42-yard gain. Watch this again as Boatwright rolls right. McCarty in to protect. Gets him on a simple out route. Makes the first guy miss. Good block. Second level. Just races down the sideline. Pushed out ultimately by Cole Stevens. Boatwright with the keeper inside the 10 down to about the 7.
That's a good job on the zone read by Boatwright, pulling that ball and picking up some good yardage. Another first down to put them on 1st and goal.
Senior leader really played well managing this game for them. It gives it, keeps it, rolls right. Looks like he's going to get in. Good toughness right there. Good running, resiliency by number 8. The senior Trent Boatwright crosses the goal line. 3:18 left in the second quarter. Making a 20-0 game.
And just like that, it's a touchdown for the Buffaloes.
You know, it's interesting. We said, what are they going to do? You see a lot of coaches get impatient and go for the big game. They went back to what? Keep it simple. Keep it their playmakers. And 2 quick touchdowns there by McALESTER to make it 21-0, 3:18 left as we see the keeper right here. Zone read looks like he gives it to McCarty. Everyone on SALLISAW team thought they gave it to him, and he fights through 2 tackles into the end zone.
definitely right about that. It's just a situation where offensively, trying to be a little too cute to start this ball game off with all these plays and, flea flickers and passing attempts. And they just said, you know what, we can run the football on these guys, so let's do it and let's execute. Everybody's put their nose down and gone up the field, and even the wide receivers with runs after the catch and making things simple get big-time positive yardage.
Yeah, and you talk to Coach Mays in the pregame. The one thing he said, let's be us. We got to be us and do us, and that's what they did on those last two drives, and really led to quick points for them. Is to see them line up for the kickoff here. 3:18 left in the second quarter. Number 90, Kobe Clark. See if they're going to employ the deep one side here again, or the shallow one side. They've not kicked it deep yet to Stevens. Only to Foster. They try to this time. Foster will field it on about the 10. Breaks through the middle. Looks for running lane. Oh, he has a cutback, but has to get under number 21 right there on the coverage. Tyler Phillips. Good tackle.
And just a situation where he kind of cut behind himself there. He saw a lane late, tried to make a cut late. Falls down because of it.
I thought he was trying to get me because 21 was coming ahead of him. But that's just me. Got 20 personnel out here to start this possession. Officials timeout, set the chains on the far side. Clock in play. It's like 20 personnel. Let's try and give some direction to the line. Motions out Kilpatrick.
Oh, that's a hole.
Got knocked down by Faber there. Tried Scavo, find Scavo on the inside on the little in round.
Looked like trying with just throwing the ball away.
We haven't called Faber's name a lot tonight, but they're trying to stay away from number 3. He's a big-time player, anchors this Buffalo defense on the inside. A couple of D1 offers, and you can see why. Really good-looking athlete, really the quarterback of this defense for McALESTER. Kilpatrick gets a snap and met. Oh, there's that guy.
Faber with a big-time tackle for loss.
Isn't it amazing how we do that? We say we haven't talked about a guy a lot. It makes 2 big-time plays in a row. Inside blitz here by Faber. It just sniffs out the football, finds him, drives him back for a loss of about 4 or 5. So 3rd and 14. Personnel here. I look for McHenry, number 40 in the slot at the top of your screen. This guy that went to a lot early. Haven't seen his name called here in the second quarter. He's across the middle. There he is. Tell you why, I'd be a great play caller if I could just get a job.
Good job by McHenry picking up some yards, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. So I imagine Sallisaw will punt the ball away here.
Gain of 10 on the play. 2:05. I think Sallisaw let this clock wind down as we go under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Trailing 21-0. You don't want to give McALESTER a lot of time left here on the clock, so you'll probably see this thing get under 5 before he takes the snap. Lines up. A little floater of a snap. Good kick. High kick. Fair caught at the 35-yard line by number 2, Caden Lesnow. Possession. What do we got left here?
And so now you're going to see this offense try to get into a 2-minute offense and execute. This would be a nice time for the coaching staff to go ahead and put your players in a situation that you don't really get a lot of game experience at. 2-minute drill right here, right now. See if these Buffaloes can go in and get some positive yardage and save some time on the clock, get down the field and put some put some points on the board.
You see McCarty there alongside Boatwright. One thing I like about Boatwright is he throws well on the move. Wouldn't be surprised to see him sprint left here. I like to get him to the wide side of the field, give him a run-pass option. He's a quarterback that's got really good accuracy on the move, which is something you don't see by a lot of kids in high school football as we have a timeout here on the field. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come right back to the action here with 1:36 left here in the first half.
Life is measured in moments. Times where you accomplish something great and times you spend with those who matter most. When it's time to share those moments, you need someone that you can count on. You need to be able to make your calls of congratulations at a moment's notice without limitations. Bravado Wireless is a provider that you can count on both locally and nationwide. Whenever you make the switch to Bravado, we'll even include a brand new iPhone on us so that whatever the moment, we're right there beside you.
Welcome back to First National Field here in McALESTER. McALESTER leading the SALLISAW Black Diamonds 21-0. 1:36 left here in the first half. We got a little 2-minute drill here as we see McALESTER go to action here. Boatwright takes the snap, looks right, was close to a lateral.
And you see right there, Boatwright not getting his feet set, tries to get a toss over to McCarty, and just too high for him to hold on to.
One of the few inaccurate throws there by Boatwright here in the first half. See what they do here. See if they're going to be content to run out clock or they're going to try to attack. I think you attack here. You've got to be the aggressor. You're playing to win a state championship. This is a play, gives you great opportunity. Going deep right here. He's wide open. Fake the little flat pass there, and he gets Bass over beating the corner deep.
Yeah, you do see him show the screen and throw it, pump fake it to McCarthy, and then he just leads the wide receiver too far down the field, wide open by himself. That's what happens when you have a star player like number 5 out there in the running back position. A lot of attention is paid to him, and that safety comes down, nobody over the top, but they cannot execute. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd down.
Nice play design there. He rolls left. Ooh, number 5, Max Stump. First time we called him tonight. 6'3", 150-pound sophomore. Gets his hands on the play. Almost had an interception. Be a 3rd turnover of the game, but we're going to have to see McALESTER kick it away.
That's a good job by Stump in that cover 4 defense. He does a good job. He's the corner. He's in the flats, and he does a good job just sinking, and getting towards that that 10-yard out vertical route. Makes a play on it.
See, rugby-style kicker. He rolls. Oh, a little better kick there than the first one. Got a fielded there by Kilpatrick. Makes the first guy miss. Can he outrun somebody? He can't go backwards. As McCarty says, welcome to McALESTER. Kilpatrick did a good job of fielding the ball. Makes a good cut, and then doesn't really get anything out of it. Can't outrace McCarty because of that speed to the sidelines. We got a block in the back, which pushed SALLISAW back towards their goal line. 59 seconds left here in the first half, trailing 21-0. SALLISAW, you probably look to see what you get on the first play. If you can get some yardage first play or two here, then you might try to be aggressive. I don't know that you try to drop him 5 or 7 steps and try to throw it deep. I think you're probably asking for maybe a little bit of trouble with this defense front that McALESTER has. You don't want to give McALESTER something cheap. You played pretty well if you're SALLISAW. You won in the turnover battle. You've not won the explosive play battle. Defense has done some good things. Strine has made some good plays, and I think you'll see him be a little conservative here. What do you think?
Honestly, the way they've lined up with 2 up backs. Looks like they're content on running the football and going into halftime.
Foster takes it out to the right side, bounces it outside. Can he outrun Prather? Prather keeps him in bounds and probably do a lot to close this half out. 45 seconds left, 35 seconds on the play clock. So we'll have one more snap in the half. I don't think SALLISAW is going to try to quick kick it or run the fumble Rooski. Both great plays, by the way.
This is definitely not the time for the fumble Rooski.
When is the right time for the fumble Rooski?
In desperate situations or when you just want to have some fun.
Foster, nice. Got to get upfield. You had him beat, and you come back inside. Got you beat outside for containment.
Flag on the play.
Hold on the Black Diamonds. We'll push them back. .4 seconds here. You better be smart. He almost snapped it over his head. They had a big negative play last week as they're going in to score against Stigler and snap it over the guy's head. Dan, I just want to say one more time before we go to half, I love my new Samsung flip phone. You know why?
You look good with it in your hand?
No, you don't have one.
Oh. Wow. Well, that's halftime, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, but listen, I drove down here, so I give Dion a little grace. He's my man. Thank you for an enjoyable first half. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a halftime break here and come back in a few minutes, bring you the second half of action. Friday Night Lights brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Go to your local Bravado Wireless store to get all your wireless needs, whether they be in the home internet, wireless phones, handsets, tablets, or game cameras. And the Spartan game camera is great. I've got 3 of them. I've got all my land covered. Get ready to see some big deer. And I'm going to send those pictures to you when they come in.
I'm looking forward to them.
We'll take a break. We'll be back here with the action here to start the second half.
I'm Forrest Mazie. I'm the head coach of the McALESTER Buffaloes, and you're watching Friday Night Lights on Bravado Wireless.
Life is measured in moments, times where you accomplish something great and times you spend with those who matter most. When it's time to share those moments, you need someone that you can count on. You need to be able to make your calls of congratulations at a moment's notice without limitations. Bravado Wireless is a provider that you can count on both locally and nationwide. Whenever you make the switch to Bravado, we'll even include a brand new iPhone on us so that whatever the moment, we're right there beside you.
Get treated like a neighbor, not a number. With the best price on home internet and mobile service from your friendly local provider. Make the switch and save.
Get treated like a neighbor, not a number, with the best price on home internet and mobile service from your friendly local provider. Make the switch and save.
Planning a weekend away in your camper? Take your Bravado Wireless home internet with you. Right now, our most popular internet plan has been chopped. While other internet providers are stuck at home with all of those wires and your obnoxious neighbor, Hank. You are free to take your wireless router to your home away from home. Visit us at bravadowireless.com to find a store near you.
We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
From nationwide coverage to live high school sports to the great outdoors and so much more, we've got something for you. We're a local wireless carrier right here in Oklahoma. We work for your town, in your town. But great cell phone signal in rural areas is just scratching the surface. We also broadcast live events from all over eastern Oklahoma. High school football, basketball, baseball, dirt track races, livestock shows, and community events. Everything to keep you connected in your community. We're also producing original shows like Connect Outdoors and Cooking Wild that shines a light on real Oklahoman experiences. You can find us at bravadowireless.com, or you can search for us on Facebook or YouTube. You can even find us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. You can download their app straight to your phone, Apple TV, Smart TV, or Roku. We don't just create for Oklahoma, we are Oklahoma. We're Bravado Wireless, Oklahoma's service provider.
Stick around because we're cooking wild.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
You are called to be bold, to live out loud, to make the most out of every moment. You share these moments with your friends and family, side by side, across town and across the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection, coverage, speed, service, the latest technology. These aren't options. They're not special offers. They are obligations to you. We believe in building a community, your community. Bravado Wireless.
Hi, we're Bravado Wireless. You may have seen us at your local events and wondered just exactly what we do. We provide the highest quality cell phone service, specializing in outstanding coverage, both locally and nationwide. We're headquartered right here in Oklahoma, with multiple store locations in eastern Oklahoma. We provide the most affordable, unlimited talk, text, and data plans available. Make sure you stop in now and enjoy our other amazing summer deals before they end. Visit Bravado Wireless store locations for all other details, or go to bravadowireless.com for more information. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Life is measured in moments, times where you accomplish something great, and times you spend with those who matter most. When it's time to share those moments, you need someone that you can count on. you need to be able to make your calls of congratulations at a moment's notice without limitations. Bravado Wireless is a provider that you can count on both locally and nationwide. Whenever you make the switch to Bravado, we'll even include a brand new iPhone on us so that whatever the moment, we're right there beside you. Right now, more than ever, we're choosing to take the back roads and stay off of the beaten path. We're doing all that we can to avoid the crowds and the hustle of the city. While we know that taking the road less traveled isn't for everyone, it's where we feel most at home. Every turn down this road could be challenging, and much like you, we know the harder the challenge, the greater the reward. That's why each and every day, Bravado Wireless is growing our network further down the county roads and down the roads less traveled. We're making sure wherever your road may lead, you're always connected. We are Bravado Wireless, Oklahoma's own wireless provider. Planning a weekend away in your camper? Take your Bravado Wireless home internet with you. Right now, our most popular internet plan has been chopped. While other internet providers are stuck at home with all of those wires and your obnoxious neighbor, Hank, you are free to take your wireless router to your home away from home. Visit us at bravadowireless.com to find a store near you. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
just for fun. I had one friend, now there's none. I made the devil run. I broke so many bones, but none of them were ever my own. They were an army, I was alone. I broke so many bones. I'm bad as bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. I'm bad, take a look and see. So bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. I watched an empire fall. I stormed the gate and scaled the walls. They wouldn't share, so I took it all. I watched an empire fall. I'm bad as bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. I'm bad, take a look and see. So bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. Stop me! You better watch out, here I come. I'm bad as bad could be. 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 As bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. Yeah, I'm bad. Take a look and see. So bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. Oh, I'm bad as bad can be. Oh, so bad. I'm bad as bad can be. Yeah, we never coming down from the top of the mountain. Yeah, we fought our way to the top of the mountain. Yeah, we never coming down from the top of the mountain. From the top of the mountain.
Wake up, step into the world outside. The future never looks so bright. Can't you hear it calling us? Let go, leave all of your cares behind. You never know where you might find sunny days are coming up. Dreaming of tomorrow, soaking up the sun. We can sit and talk about it, or we could run away, 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 away. We don't have to stay, we could run away. Away, 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 away. Oh, we could run away, run away. Let's go.
Welcome back to McALESTER as we end halftime festivities and both teams back on the field ready to start the second half. I'm Curtis Branch, joined alongside my favorite person, Dion Amati. I know I can say that because my wife's not watching.
Well, we wouldn't want to make her mad.
No. She has several weapons at home. Really good first half for McALESTER. Overcame a couple of turnovers on their side of football to gain control of this game. 21-0 with a good second half. Scored first play of the game on a 60 62-yard touchdown play, a little screen to the boundary, and then a couple of turnovers, and then they got to go on with the running game there to start the second half. What do you think SALLISAW needs to do here in the second half to get points on the board?
Well, I think they got to execute and finish off drives. They did a good job of, making things happen there in the first, but they got to finish off drives here.
Well, you see Foster takes it on the 3-yard line, gets it out to the, looks like he gets out to about the 20. Good return. Like to see him be a little more aggressive and committed to get downhill. I know he's a little light, but put his head down and try to get an extra yard or two right there. So we'll see trips formation, which worked well for him in the first half. Big McHenry, number 40. Quickly becoming one of my favorite players we covered this year, just because of his sheer kicking ability. But he affects the game in all three phases. And see Strine, the young quarterback, leading him here to start the second half. Looks right, or looks left, apology. Just locked in on Martin, is coming across on crossing route. Faber read his eyes and stepped right into play. Almost had a pick six.
Yeah, it looked like it was actually Scove that was the intended receiver, number 10, in the middle of the field. But what they need to do is they need to attack this single receiver side now that they are starting to key in on that trips.
Snapped over his head. Talked about this last week. Oh no. Foster misses on the dive. He recovered in the end zone for a touchdown.
And who got the recovery?
I won't give it to 65 until I know otherwise. And maybe it could be any of them, but I like the way 65 came off the field. Cameron's on Rice, so maybe it was 32 there.
We'll get a chance at the replay later and see exactly who it was, but good way for the defense to go ahead and start off this second half with a turnover and a touchdown.
Kick's good. We're going to get an offside play. Procedure offside, my bad by the ref. We didn't see that last week at Poto when they made the family call late in the game. No forgiveness there last week, no humility. I think they're going to go for it here, it looks like. Going to direct snap it to McCarty. Boy, SALLISAW trying to run people on the field. They got McCarty and the Wildcats on a waltz into the end zone.
And he certainly does walk into the end zone and gets a 2-point conversion, but there seems to be an injured Buffalo on the field.
You got to get on the football there and make it a 2-point play, not a 7-point play, and what ultimately becomes an 8-point play. Looks like number 10, no, number 40, Gage Mullins, in some pain in the end zone. 29-0, 11:41 left in the third quarter. You hate to see that.
Did we ever get confirmation on who recovered the ball in the end zone?
We have not seen a replay of that yet. It's kind of a hint to our production crew to help us out there. They're the best in the business, folks. We love them. We spend all our half times with them. I've already bought my Christmas cards for them. We see McALESTER players taking a knee. Are you still attending to me? Why don't we take a break in the action here? We'll come back after get the injured player from Buffalo, McALESTER off the field, and we'll come back for the kickoff with McALESTER leading 29-0 here at First National Field. Welcome back to McALESTER. Friday Night Lights. We're set for the kickoff here. Kobe Clark kicking it deep for McALESTER. Fielded on the 11. There by number 23, Foster. Ashton Foster gets it out to about the 25-yard line. Well, SALLISAW will take it over, trailing 29-0. I'd like to remind you, saw the preview of next week's game. We'll be in Henrietta, Oklahoma, watching the Henrietta Knights host the Eagles of Warner, Oklahoma. You know who the most famous player from Henrietta, Oklahoma is?
Troy Aikman.
Very good. You need to know that when you go to town there. If you don't know that, you may not get served another dip cone there at Sonic. 1st and 10. Stein back to pass. Play action, gets it outside to McHenry. Or no, that's Scavo. Good block by McHenry on the edge.
Good move by Scavo on the edge as well. He tries to fake like he's going to the outside, dips back to the inside, and picks up a couple more yards for the Black Diamonds.
Ball on the right hash. It's about 2nd and 6 for the Black Diamonds. You like to see them get some points on the board, make some progress offensively. Should have had a free play there. They do get a free play. Offsides in the middle by number 50, Hayden Buxton. Once again, just remind you, we will be in Henrietta, Oklahoma next Friday night, 7 o'clock. Week 2 action, our 3rd game of the season. Don't let the week 0 stuff confuse you. We're here to bring you Bravado Wireless Friday Night Lights. Good game next week. Stein, hands off, up the middle. Boy, Rice. Off the edge, big defensive end, crashes down, doesn't bite, and makes a great play behind the line of scrimmage.
Almost gets you to wonder, how did he get back there so fast? He does a good job attacking that right tackle right there, Rick, getting off the block and just making a big play, tackle for loss. And
good inside move right there.
Yeah.
Probably a play should have been kept by the quarterback because you have leverage on the outside there. Get over 21 personnel here, or 12 personnel, however you want to look at it. Foster, handoff up the middle, inside zone. Crash down there by Moton. Gain of nothing. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 2. I think you'll see Coach Lowe want to kick this here, and that's what we're going to see. Said likes to play the numbers game, and numbers favored the run there. They took it, and good play there. We got a new punter in the game. I'm a little worried. My guy, no, he's back. That was the up guy.
Yeah, McHenry is definitely back there to punt.
Big kick here. Good ball, bounds over inside the 30, down towards the 25. Will be down by number 6, Parker Pratt, 6 foot sophomore. 1st and 10 Buffaloes on their 27. Comfortably leading 29-0. 9:21 left here in the 3rd quarter. What do you expect to see here out of McALESTER on this drive?
I think you'll see them try to execute the way they did offensively there in the later part of the 1st half, running the ball, being aggressive between the tackles, and working on their quick game, executing a couple screens.
You know, the thing I like about McALESTER's offense, they got weapons on the outside, got a quarterback who's a really good field general, but he does a really good job moving with the passing game, gets outside, gives them some rollout action. You see the ball to McCarty, bounces up the middle, inside zone, picks up 12, almost out to the 40. Looks like he stopped just about the 38. Good strike up the middle there.
Be interesting to know what McCarty's average is per carry, because it seems like every time he touches the ball, it's at least 8 to 10 yards. flags. It seemed like there was a little bit of movement on the line of scrimmage there.
Looked like the left side of the top side of the line there, correct? Puts them behind the chains one a few times this evening. Aside from the turnovers, McALESTER's played pretty clean football, had a lot of explosive plays. That was the key for SALLISAW, is can they win the explosive play battle? It's clearly been won by McALESTER so far. Boatwright getting the signal from the sidelines, communicating. We'll see the roll. Got McCarty inside to help. Got the little out route there to Prather. Prather, pretty reliable receiver. Had a couple of big plays tonight.
Yeah, they've tried to execute that rollout 5 yard and out with a sprint out pass a number of times tonight. This time an actual completion after 2 incompletions previously.
You have the outside receiver going vertical, the inside receiver going on the out route. Clearing out the underneath. Tough play to cover. Bring your inside back. Boatwright looking right. Going to tuck it, get upfield. Scavo with a tackle, but not before he gets to midfield and a first down to move the chains. Good decision right there by your senior quarterback, Boatwright.
Yeah, they were on that screen the whole time.
He's got a toughness. He can make a defender. He can push the defender back, and I tell you what, he's a solid player. He's the kind of guy that you want to have coming into playoff season. Can make plays with his arm, make good decisions, and make good plays at about every level and get the ball to his playmakers. Kind of going heavy inside here. See inside zone. McCarty. Well, I'll tell you what, Cole Stevens coming up from the safety position. Stop him after a gain of 2.
Yeah, right there you see man-to-man defense and SALLISAW deciding to load the box.
Little chess match with both teams. I like it. Think it's good for both teams to see where they're at, what the personnel are adjusting to. This is a game that you're going to learn from, even with the score the way it is. Both teams can learn and get better here in this last 19 minutes of the ball game. Play action. Wide open. Bass into the end zone. 47 yards on the play. Touchdown, McALESTER.
And that was just a good job by the offense. They rolled the defense to sleep with the play action and looked up, and Bass is running by himself with a defender trailing behind. Great execution by the offense.
Got a new kicker in from McALESTER. Katie Clark, number 87. Boy, he had him beat easy. Strolls into the end zone.
Man-to-man defense. It looked like it was one safety back, man coverage up front, and they just
beat him over the top.
Yeah, that's
safety guy,
safety on the top, Cobb looking for the run.
Yeah, good execution right there of play action. Kind of jumbo formation and big formation there. Sneaks the guy deep. Easy pitch and catch. Good throw there by Boatwright. He missed a couple in the first half. He's really been pretty accurate and done a good job of distributing the football all night. Been really impressed with him. I know McCarty's been a little limited coming back from COVID. Definitely as an athlete, definitely as a big-time player. But when you think about this season as it progresses for McALESTER, it's this thing is feast or famine. They got to get to the state finals. They got to get a chance to go compete against Carl Albert. And I'm telling you what, they've got the pieces. They're big up front defensively, keep the ball in front of them, make good plays. They tackle well. As you see Foster get the ball on his 2, breaking up field across the 20, puts his head down, gets across to 25. where Sallisaw will start this next possession. What else do you like about McALESTER and what you've seen so far this highly ranked team?
One thing that it seems is when they need a play, they can get it. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens when they start facing tougher competition and they're not the biggest, they're not the strongest, they're not the fastest. They gotta be able to execute when they need to the most. But right now, they are having their way with the competition.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're pretty good up front in this 3-4. Good job there by Strine getting the ball outside of Kilpatrick. And good pursuit to the football right there. I'll tell you what, we saw a top 5, top 10 team last week in Bishop Kelly, and they've got a lot of pieces as you look at Class 5A. The two teams on this side of the state that make the most noise in our preseason preview we talked about really be a Week 9 matchup, I think, where we got McALESTER and Coweta in the same district, and Coweta had a big start to the season last week, got a big game tonight against Wagner, and so something to see the outcome of that game. But you got 2nd and 15 here for Sallisaw. Strine still tries to operate this offense, trips right from McHenry. Kilpatrick bounces it to the outside, getting chased down by Rice and Moton, and just nothing, nowhere to go. Pursuit right there from the backside in. I'll tell you what, we didn't hear a lot of people talk about number 32, Rice, before the game. He's a good-looking sophomore.
Yeah, that's a pretty big sophomore. He's going to be something to be feared later on in his career, but he is doing a good job running to the football and pursuing tonight. That's just all effort right there.
Sound defense. You see all the big players, playmakers for McALESTER in on that action. But I like the speed of McALESTER. I like their toughness up front. I like the multiple facets of their. Wow! Favor separates the football from Riley Scavo there on the mesh route. Scavo catches behind the line of scrimmage, takes 2 steps, and Favor lights him up.
Yeah, Favor exploded into that ball carrier right there. It's just a simple screen pass, and if we're at the next level and we get another look at that, that might be an incompletion because I don't even know if he was able to come down with the football. It seemed like a bang-bang play.
And Rice, the young sophomore, talented sophomore, recovered to get the ball on the 7. Big time hit by Favor. You see why he's a D1 athlete. Got a lot of offers and more to come after plays like that. Look at the number 10, Ethan Watkins, sophomore running back in alongside Boat right now. Motion left. Boy, Watkins just strolls in for the touchdown. Make it 42 to nothing. 5:05 left in the third quarter. But you got a team that can run. You got depth at running back. You got a solid quarterback, good receivers. You got some speed, defense that pursues, and will hit you. They look the part of the number 2 ranked team here. Katie Clark, senior kicker. You heard that right. Female kicker here from McALESTER with her 2nd extra point. Number 87. Fans cheering her on. Makes it 43-0. I don't know who's got better hair, her or McCarty. We see this play once again. Rice pushing upfield. Boy, I mean, Favor smelled that out and just hit him.
Another look at it, slow motion. Sees him.
He took 2 good strides. I think Strine might have wanted him to cross the face of Favor before he got in the ball, but didn't have time to do it. McALESTER would incorporate some of my special teams plays, kicking it, line drive at this first line. I'd like them a little better.
Yeah.
Twin State.
I bet you would.
43-0. See how the rest of this plays out as Kobe Clark getting a lot of action with the deep kickoffs here late. Got Foster back deep to return. Good kick. Deep. Gets it on about the 2. Foster getting upfield, stopping. Makes a guy miss, makes 2 guys miss. Gets up to the 21. Where SALLISAW will take over. Folks, want to remind you again, Bravado Wireless is our proud sponsor of the Friday Night Lights. They're the reason we're here tonight, and they're a proud sponsor of local communities. They are a neighborhood friend, and you need to go see them for all your wireless needs. We don't have the national companies out here that are supporting our communities like Bravado is, and I'm very grateful for them and what they do for all of our communities in northeastern Oklahoma, and really encourage you to show some patronage towards them and find your wireless needs. I've got all my wireless needs covered by Bravado, which is a lot with 8 kids, but they've been a great partner of mine, and got some recently, the Spartan cameras, game cameras. You need those for some of your rental properties.
I should certainly check some out because those things are pretty fancy.
Strine back to pass. Play action there. Kicks it outside to Scavo. Gets a good block by McHenry. Gets across the first down to gain. And like what usually happens in the fast-paced world of wireless communications, we've just gotten word that next week's game has been changed. Where we will be at Shakota, Hilldale at Shakota, I believe is what I was told. Week 3 action.
Tell Shakota and Hilldale.
Well, you talk about a ball game. That's where we're at.
Practice hard this week because the lights are going to be bright next week.
Boy, Foster bounce it up. Good job running inside, showing toughness. Gets across the 35. 3:50 and counting here in the third quarter.
35-yard line, second.
Stop by your Bravado Wireless store. Ask about home internet, fixed wireless plans.
We're about to have our drawing for the autographed game ball. Please look at your program.
We got the newest technology, Dion.
Certainly do.
I've got it in my hands, that new Flip Z phone by, as we see, Scavo, screen getting upfield, getting another first down.
I think that one might have been McHenry getting up the field. Oh, you're right, Scavo, it was. Those 40s and 10s, man.
Yeah.
Rather similar.
McHenry's the one that looks like a refrigerator. Big boy. Trips left here. Strine takes snap. Foster bounces it outside. Crashed inside there by number 21, Tyler Phillips. Coming downhill to make the stop short of the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1.
Back on the play by number 21, Tyler Phillips.
I'm not sure if I really like the flip phone, but I sure like playing with it right now. I'm not sure that the screen with the little crossing it is.
Nah, it's fine. You like it. It's okay.
We'll see how it is next week. Crossing route there to Martin. A little low and outside. Bring up third and 11. They had already moved the chain. Try and continue to operate. You want to see a kid get better here. This is a game that you can still learn from. If you're Coach Lowe, you want this kid to continue to get better. You want your sophomores to grow up. This is a good opportunity for him to do that. See how he executes down the stretch right here. Looking deep down the sidelines and overthrows Scavo.
Yeah, that one just gets away from him.
Bring up 4th and 11 from the 48. Punt team comes on.
punt for the Black Tigers, number 40, Ty McHenry.
2:30 left on the clock here. Is McHenry back on his 33 to receive the kick. Good snap. Steps into it. Good high booming punt down the sidelines. That one went out of bounds a little bit.
That one just
quicker
goes
than he
off
was.
the side of his foot a little bit.
That's still a good punt. It just didn't stay in bounds.
36-yard line where the Bucks will take over. With 2:23 to go here in the third quarter.
So looks like it'll be 1st and 10 McALESTER football on the 36.
And I'll imagine you'll see a different players come onto the field for the Buffaloes. You can see a number of guys, a new quarterback in the game. Looks like it's number 2, Caden Lessman.
Yeah. Watkins bounces it outside, showing some speed. You can see why we talk about his ability to play. Nice cut back there inside the 25, down to the 15, 16-yard line. Young sophomore there, making the most of his opportunity.
He runs angry.
Well, he does. Really good vision, good cuts right there. See this play again. Bounces it outside, showing some speed. Good block there by 19. It cuts back inside Kilpatrick there. Finally brought down by number 6, Parker Pratt. Coach Macy said, hey, their third kid can go. He's not inaccurate. See McCarty back in the ball game. Bounces it outside, makes a cut, jukes a guy, walks into the end zone right there for his first score of the night. Gives one of the Spirit Squad a little high five there for her efforts. Really good bounce cut right here. And another one.
Just a nice move.
Makes it look easy. 49-0, point after Katie Clark. Well, looks like this might be a different kick. Don't see the hair. And it's number 8, Giovanni Mercado. Not only does McALESTER have depth at the running back, they got depth at the kicker. Good opportunity for some of these folks to get some playing time, and good to see McCarty get in the end zone. And we're excited to see him play. You can see his explosiveness right there. He might be done pretty quick on the night. You see the helmets going on the water jugs.
I was surprised to see him in the game right there. Thought they would have allowed Watkins to finish off that drive, but McCarty came in inside the red zone and scored that touchdown with ease.
I think you'll see Watkins the rest of the way. McCarty, if I'm a coach, and not trying to rub it in, but I want my kids, if he's been out some of the week, I want him to get some touches and get a feel for the game, keep it consistent. Once again, I want to remind you, we were just given notice a few minutes ago that the game next week is where we initially talked about was Henrietta hosting Warner. We're going to make a change. Chakota and Hilldale game is where we will be next week. And I want to tell you what, you look forward to that game. We've seen both these teams cover Chakota a couple of times last year. We're going to have them a couple of times this year. Their running back is about as good as you're going to see in the state of Oklahoma. Several D1 offers as you see Foster catch it, make a turn, make a move. He's got to get his head down to keep going. He's across midfield, down about the 40-yard line. I think he went out about the 42.
I've been waiting all day for Foster to look at that left side of the kickoff unit, and there's been a hole there all lightning long, and he just hasn't been able to see it. Sometimes he's seen it, and he's tried to make the cut late, and he slipped and fallen down on the ground, but he finally hit it running, and great field position for SALLISAW now.
Good cut. Good job right there. See, 20 personnel coming in here. 2 running backs. No tight end. Kilpatrick alongside Strine. Hands off to Foster. Bounces it. Puts his head down. Gets a pickup about 7.
Foster up the middle.
6.
He'll pick up
5. Let's go with 5.
6 yards.
5 will do. McALESTER still trying to get that first shutout of the season. Almost had it last week, but the touchdown was scored late. Let's see if they can hold on this week.
Foster, good job. Gets another first down there. Good running.
Foster up the middle again. Aiden Shumway in for his second tackle of this series.
Inside the 30. Second time inside the 30 for McALESTER tonight. First time yielded a missed field goal in the first quarter, the first drive. Strine, 20 personnel here. Freeze count there. Makes an adjustment at the line. He's going back into position. Takes a snap. Hand off to Foster. Met at the line of scrimmage by number 64, Marcus Hetty, or Heedy. We're going to go Hetty.
And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter.
Your score at the end of 3, McALESTER 50, SALLISAW 0. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter here from Bravado Wireless. Friday Night Lights, game of the week.
Planning a weekend away in your camper? Take your Bravado Wireless home internet with you. Right now, our most popular internet plan has been chopped. While other internet providers are stuck at home with all of those wires and your obnoxious neighbor, Hank, you are free to take your wireless router to your home away from home. Visit us at bravadowireless.com to find a store near you. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
You are called to be bold. You have a right to the best wireless service, high-speed internet, and customer service at a price you can feel good about. At Bravado Wireless, we know this, and that's why we put you and your community first. We are owned and operated right here in Eastern Oklahoma. We live where you live. We proudly connect you to your family, friends, and business partners wherever they are. Dallas, Seattle, Taipei, Toronto, and anywhere else in the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to Bravado Wireless. As you witnessed the SALLISAW Black Diamonds take on the McALESTER Buffaloes. The Buffaloes pitching a shutout right now, but it looks like it's about to go away as number 1 Kilpatrick takes it in for the first touchdown of the game for SALLISAW.
Great bounce cut there by Kilpatrick. Gets outside. Outruns the secondary to the end zone. Gets Black Diamonds on the board.
First play of the fourth quarter, and Kilpatrick takes it in for a touchdown.
It's the first play of the quarter touchdown that we've had.
Yeah, first play of the game. First play from scrimmage, for the Buffaloes went for a touchdown. Wide receiver tunnel screen by number 7 Barnes took it in for a 60-yard touchdown to begin the game.
We have a kicker down on the field. It's a convert. The attempt was incomplete. 81 doing his best job to get a roughing the kicker call. All for naught. Brian Castor, freshman kicker. Want to remind you, next week we will be in a new location where we previously forecast. We will be at Chakota for the Hilldale. We're going to go to a commercial, and we'll come right back here in McALESTER for the game of the week. Welcome back to McALESTER with the Bravado Wireless Game of the Week. Friday Night Lights as we see McALESTER take the field to receive the kickoff after SALLISAW scored to make it 50-6 with 11:40 left in the game. I want to remind you next week our broadcast will be live from Chicago, Oklahoma as they host Hilldale Hornets in a great matchup. District play, Hilldale with a lot of kids coming back from a second round play or really quarterfinalists last year, and got a lot of talent on both sides of the football. And if you haven't seen Dante Fisher with Chicota's electric running back, he's got several Division I offers, and he's a guy well worth watching as we see SALLISAW ready to kick off here. I'm going to go one side. Deep one side, wide side of the field, and fair caught there. And we got flags on the play. It's number 28 from McALESTER. Comes up with the play. Owen Russell. We'll see what the call is. Got a personal foul on Buffalo. Not sure the play was on, but somebody got hit.
Yeah, it was a fair catch. It seems like number 32, Rice was the one that committed the personal foul.
He didn't know it was an onside kick, or he didn't know it was fair foul.
Apparently not.
We'll see some substitutions probably from both these teams. McALESTER looks to get some of these younger guys some action. 11:38 left in the game. Snap to Lesnar. Gets outside. Good tackle on number 5. Max Stone.
To the quarterback keeper around the right side. He's dragged down out of bounds.
Boat ride has to come in for Lesnar.
Second down, 6.
Back to the action here. 2nd and 6 as Boat Ride comes in for Lesnar for a play. Handing it off to number 10. Here he goes, the super sophomore. Ooh, close. Ethan Watkins drags guy for about 5 yards, close to breaking another one.
Yeah, he certainly is. He put the gloves on now. He's ready for action.
It's like I might get more than one carry here in a half. Tell you what, he got some good speed, good strength, runs tough. Les now comes back in. Directs the line as they go to the 1st and 10 on the 38. Driving again here. Little GT action. Wow. Kicks it outside. It's a foot race down the sidelines. Can they catch it? Got a face mask, probably. Ethan Watkins showing some speed. Great cut.
And honestly, he probably has 100 yards on the night.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be the leading rusher for McALESTER. Tonight, he's had two big runs. Got a block in the back.
Blocking the back against the Buffaloes.
So they're going to bring it back about 10 to 15 yards. Didn't need those are the plays that drive you nuts as the coach. Didn't need the block. He was not even really in the play. Pushes the guy from behind. Inconsequential to the play. Watkins bounces it outside. Leading 50-6 here. 9:54 left in the half, or left in the game. Les now takes some directions from the sidelines. Clock ticking under 8 here on the play clock. A little GT action. Watkins met in the middle there. Wrestled to the ground. I think number 27. Inside linebacker Caden Hall. Tough tackle there. Well, Watkins coming out. He's like, man, I need to score. He's doing all these good things, and he is. Good looking sophomore. Replaced there by number 26. We don't have his. We have a 25, but the number looks like 26. It's not, no. It's number 26, a guy that doesn't even have his number on the side of his helmet. He's out. We're bringing a guy in with number 42. We don't have his number either, or don't have his name on the roster. Good looking athlete coming in as well. Watkins is like, I need touches. Trips right. Lesnow directs it. Brings 42 to his left. And you're going to see a handoff here. Oh, keep. Lesnow, good call to put race to the sidelines. He's going to walk in. Touchdown.
And just Lesnow. Zone read by the quarterback does a good job of pulling the ball from the back in the backfield, and it's just a foot race, and he does the rest.
And you would have thought SALLISAW wouldn't have been on the zone reads for a kid that's not even on the roster, but they did. And Lesnow walks in. Good run there. Nice looking backup quarterback. He spends most of his time as a receiver and defensive back. But good to have a backup kid like that to support your boat ride. Another needed depth player for them in their state title pursuit here. Got a legal procedure here. Oh, say Black Diamonds try to push him off. No, can't make up our mind. Got Katie Clark back in, number 87. Let's see if she can convert from, looks like 25 yards. That'd be a big kick right here. Down kick is up, and it's through. 3 extra points on the night for number 87. Good job for her. I'm going to bet she's a pretty good soccer player.
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Scored 57-6 now. Dominating performance here by McALESTER. Started a little slow, 7-0 after 1, and they have turned it on in the middle 2 quarters here in the early fourth to take a commanding 59-7 lead. I think the only thing we haven't seen that you might have thought we would see was Ethan Watkins getting in the end zone with his run.
Patrons will not be allowed on the field or track area after.
We see SALLISAW come back out on the field here, getting ready for the kickoff. 8:11 left in this game, brought to you by Bravado Wireless. Your place for home internet, game cameras, wireless plans, and all the latest devices. Like my new Flip Z phone there, Dion.
Yeah.
I know that I'm probably not going to get a free Happy Meal at McDonald's on the way home because of that flip phone, but I don't have anything else on that.
I mean, who needs McDonald's toys when you can have that?
That's exactly right.
But that's not the only thing that Bravado Wireless provides. They provide so many technology devices and all kinds of sorts of things. iPads, AirPods, all kinds of iPhones.
You need some new AirPods.
I think I
This is your shameless plug to get some AirPods.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I'm not saying that my ears would, pretty much enjoy some new AirPods at all. And Bravado Wireless is a perfect place to get them.
He wants some new AirPods, guys. Deep onside kick, fielded by Charlie Martin. Fair catch called. recovers it, bobbles it, gets it on 39, where they'll take over the first and 10. Black Diamonds. Let's see if they can add to the scoreboard here with 8:11 left in the game. And again, I want to remind our friends and family of Bravado Wireless that Neon needs some earphones. Do you want the pros or do you want the Rev 1s?
I think I want the newest and the latest and the greatest.
Well, some people don't like them the way they fit in their ears.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm good with either one.
Yeah.
My ears are big enough I can handle either.
I'm not picky.
Strine back. Struggle there. We see some new players in the backfield. Number 24 in his first carry of the night. Or, sorry, 29. Austin Foster.
29 is the ball carried to the Black Diamond. Austin.
Maybe the freshman brother of Ashland Foster. Could it be? Trips right. 7:30 left in the ball game here. Strine continues to try to work to get better. Young sophomore quarterback showed a lot of promise tonight. He's done some really good things. Handled himself pretty well with some composure against this stingy SALLISAW defense. As Foster gets smothered, just enveloped there by number 51 or 61, Cody Boatman, senior defensive line. Good play there by him. Bring up 3rd and 7 from the 42.
The tackle for the Buffalo.
Strine gets a call in for Coach Lowe.
And with this time, we might as well go ahead and take some time and announce some of the scores around the state.
Why don't you give us some updates?
Yeah.
From Squirtle.
Yeah, Squirtle.
Our friends at Squirtle.
For 6A1, I mean, Edmond North leading the way versus Edmond Memorial 12-6. As we check out this next play for
Foster pounces it. Good job getting upfield. Young freshman getting some play late in this game. Showing a little juice, as our friend Pat Jones will call it. Got a little wiggle in it.
Going back to the Squirtle lap. Broken Arrow is losing right now to Union 38-21. It looks like they're in the 3rd quarter of their game. Mustang leading the way against UConn 48-7. The big game around the state. Bixby versus Jinx, and Bixby leads the way 23-7 in the 4th quarter.
37-game winning streak on the line here. You know who has the state's longest winning streak?
Who would that be?
Wagner Bulldogs, who we called game last year, and I think they've got a 48-game winning streak. So, you know, the big key for, you know, it's not to say that Bixby doesn't have some other challenges down the road, but the Jinx, the clear 6A1 favorite, suggested to be the sturdiest test for Bixby. I'm sure that Braylon Presley show is in full force there in Jinx tonight.
I have no doubt about it.
Where's he going to go play football?
Oh, the Spine University called Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Do you know anybody else that went there?
Yeah, I know a couple of people, a couple of pals, a couple of friends.
Gotcha. Fantastic player following his brother Brennan there. Foster bounces it outside, slips as he cuts back, and really gets back to the line of scrimmage, brings up 3rd and 8.
Looks like he might have lost his footing on that play, too.
Under 5 minutes left here in the action. SALLISAW trying to mount another drive here. Coach Lowe signaling the play.
Going down the list, it looks like Norman is losing to Norman North. That's a final score of 41-24. Norman North beats Norman. That was rivalry.
We've kind of been on preview show about Norman tonight.
Yeah.
We're not the best for nothing, folks. Foster gets wrapped up there with number 33. Saul Monreal. I was pretty close on that. And number 13, Braden Phillips. We try to do our best with names. We not intending to offend anybody. Now, when I was a PA announcer at Cleveland back in the day, I tried to offend the opposing team every time I did starting lineups. But now that I'm a professional with Bravado Wireless, my goal is to create friends throughout northeastern Oklahoma. McHenry's back to punt it one more time. Nice kick. Lesnow with a good fair catch there. He'll probably stay in at quarterback.
Lesnow does it all for this Buffalo team.
Well, they got
runs the ball, throws the ball, catches the punts and the kickoffs. Pretty impressive athlete.
57-6. The clock continues to run. Lesnow bringing it back on the field here. Probably be one of our last drives of the game. 15-yard line. Look ahead for both these teams next week. SALLISAW will be off, get some rest and recovery. They take on Tahlequah in the last pre-district play. They'll host the Tahlequah Tigers in week 3, I'm sorry. 42, who we do not have his name, shows some good speed on the zone read. Handoff around the right side, picks up about 25.
Nice run around the right side.
Then McALESTER will be on the road next week. The game at Ada, last district play before they get it, or last game before district play. And it'll be another test for them. I think one they'll be able to stand up to. But Ada, a formidable foe, challenger for 4A crown. 42 bounces it outside, picks up 2. So you look at McALESTER. If they go chalk here, we're going to have them in the last regular season game that Bravado will host at Coweta, I believe, probably before the district title. And folks, as you look ahead, we haven't seen Coweta yet other than the highlights last week from their big wins, and not sure what they're doing. Maybe we can get a score on that. The Coweta Wagner game. This clock ticks under a minute 30. And Lesnow continues to be patient, brings it up to 3rd and 5. Using his technology, it's not a football.
And as you asked, you shall receive. Coweta versus Wagner. Wagner is losing 7-37 in the 4th quarter.
Big win there for Coweta.
3 minutes left in the game.
But they're going to hold on there, and
they are running away with it.
Wagner, one of the best teams we saw all year last year. We had them against a week 2 game against Tahlequah last year, where they beat the 5A Tigers and lost a lot of seniors off that state championship team. And they're going to reload and be ready for district play. 42 bouncing outside. Can he outrun to the sidelines? Oh, tripped up by the 46-yard line.
Turf Monster just came up and got him there.
Hey, they're real. I saw some Bigfoot signs today. He's real, and the Turf Monster's real. Maybe one of the same. This clock ticks under 15 seconds. Crowd stands in support of the Buffaloes as they win their first game at home to improve to 2-0 on the season, 57-6. See both teams take field, shake hands. Coach Lowe and Coach May really enjoyed meeting those guys. We wish both of them the best of luck as the season goes on, as teams and coaches show sportsmanship, something we didn't get to see last year. Did not shake hands. We stood across the sidelines from each other and waved at each other. So
waved at each other.
One of the craziest things I've ever seen. But glad that we're getting back to shake hands. We get to tackle each other for 4 quarters. I can't imagine why we can't shake hands. Really good night for McALESTER if you're a fan of them, and really showed why they're really one of the favorites to win Class 5A. Really all aspects of the football game, they dominated. Good in the kicking game, good in the run game, throwing, and really good defensively as they shut down this multiple spread offense for SALLISAW.
And for SALLISAW, it still continues the trend of having success early in the game. Although they didn't put up points, they executed beautifully on offense. They were moving the ball up the field. They were getting stops and turnovers on defense, but they got to string together a full game, something that this team's going to need to improve on if they're going to want to have success through the season.
Absolutely, and quarterback play was pretty good for SALLISAW. If you look at that, they've got some explosive athletes. Kilpatrick had a nice bounce. Foster, a young sophomore back, made some plays for him. McHenry was big for him early. And then they kind of went away from that in that 3-by-1 formation, mainly maybe because of the coverage that McALESTER employed. So let's give them some credit on that to take away that, which I think was a good adjustment on their part.
Very much so.
What do you think about McALESTER moving forward?
Well, McALESTER is a team that is going to have a lot of success, but they got to find a way to execute, because when the competition gets tougher, they have to be able to put together drives consistently. There were some times today where SALLISAW had some success where they needed to put their foot on the pedal to the metal, and they weren't able to do so in multiple parts, but they got it figured out. They were able to execute and run the ball between the tackles, which is good to see, but they got to improve and continue to improve if they're going to reach that gold ball. A minute and 19 seconds is the motto. A minute and 19 seconds is what kept them from going to the state championships. They got to finish in every aspect of the game if they want to complete that minute 19.
Absolutely. Well, from our friends and family here at Bravado Wireless, we're proud to sponsor this game and bring it to you, and we look forward to seeing you next week. We'll be in Chakotah, Oklahoma. See the Dante Air Fisher show as they host Hilldale in week 3 action, or week 2 action, our 3rd week. And it's confusing to me, it's confusing to everyone, but guess what? We'll be there next week. We look forward to seeing you join us live, probably at 6:30 for a broadcast from Chakotah, Oklahoma. And for my partner Deanna Monty and the rest of our broadcast team here, which they do a phenomenal job, all of our cameramen. I want to just point out, there's a lot of people out here broadcasting high school football. Nobody does it better than Bravado. The amount of camera work, the quality of the cameras, the quality of the broadcast team back in the production truck, those guys are phenomenal. We want to say thank you to them and making our job easier most of the time.
Most of the time.
And we love them. We love you guys. Thanks for joining in tonight. We'll see you next week in Chakotah.
Started out the bottom from the mud. Now I gotta jump in with the click. Rival mode, I came back with a grudge.
This broadcast is a copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the express written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.